Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash, the home of raw, unfiltered, and brutally honest car reviews. If you're into muscle cars, aggressive styling, real-world impressions, and zero sugarcoating, you're in the right place. And today a broken bar, it's big, it's bold, it's back. We're diving deep into the 2026 Dodge Challenger A, and trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this one. Exterior. Now, let's be real. When Dodge said it was phasing out V8-powered muscle cars a couple of years ago, the streets cried horsepower tears. But here we are in 2026, and Dodge just pulled a fast one. The Challenger isn't dead, it's reimagined. And no, it's not just a nostalgia play. This thing's a full-blown modern beast, but with all the old-school attitude we've been craving. Starting at the front, the 2026 Challenger still looks like it wants to punch you in the face, in the best way. It's wide, it's low, and it's mean. The front fascia has been reworked with tighter, more angular lines, but Dodge kept those iconic twin round LED headlights, now with the meaner glare thanks to a smoked-out finish and integrated DRL halos. The grille, it's slimmer and more sinister, with a single-piece black mesh insert that stretches wide like a predator's mouth. There's also a new front splitter, functional, not just for show, that gives it serious track-ready vibes. Move around the side, and the silhouette screams American muscle. But this time, it's more sculpted, more aerodynamic. The beltline is tighter, the fenders more flared, and the door creases give off that tight-fitted muscle shirt feel. Dodge has ditched unnecessary chrome, opting for matte black or body-colored finishes depending on trim. And the wheels, massive 20s or optional 21s, wrapped in Pirelli or Goodyear performance rubber. The stance is aggressive, the kind that makes you want to floor it just by looking at it. Out back, the Challenger pays homage to its legacy while evolving it. A full-width LED taillight bar runs across the trunk, glowing like a red-hot branding iron at night. The rear bumper is more angular, with functional vents, and there's an optional ducktail spoiler that just completes the retro-modern combo perfectly. Dual exhausts, or quad tips on the higher trims, spit out a growl that'll make any EV go cry in the corner. And yes, that sound is still 100% real, not a fake speaker soundtrack. Interior. Now step inside, and here's where Dodge did something smart. They didn't throw away the muscle car soul. The cabin still feels like a cockpit, driver-focused, tight, and low-slung, but now it's cleaner and way more high-tech. You're met with a massive 14.2-inch curved digital instrument cluster and a new 13.3-inch central touchscreen running Dodge's updated Uconnect 6 system. The graphics are crisp, the response is buttery, and the customization, next level. You can choose performance pages, gauge layouts, real-time G-force readings, and even launch control settings all at your fingertips. Materials have taken a huge leap forward. Soft touch panels, contrast stitching, Alcantara inserts, Dodge really said goodbye to cheap plastic land. And the seats, bolstered, heated, cooled, and massage-ready on higher trims. Still, they don't lose that snug fit that reminds you you're in a performance machine, not a luxury lounge. Performance under the hood is where it gets controversial, or revolutionary, depending on how you see it. The V6 is still around in base trims, but Dodge has introduced two game changers: a twin-turbo 3.0-liters Hurricane inline-six and a new all-electric variant under the Challenger eMuscle badge. The Hurricane engine, it's a monster, pushing 510 horsepower in standard form, and up to 550-plus HP in the high-output versions. It's responsive, rev-happy, and thanks to turbo tech, it pulls hard across the power band. This isn't your granddad's Challenger, this is engineered violence. And if you're thinking, what about the EV? Dodge knew better than to make it boring. The 2026 Challenger eMuscle offers up to 670 horsepower from dual motors and does 0-60 in under 3.3 seconds. Instant torque, all-wheel drive, and that fratsonic chambered exhaust system. Yeah, it's weird, but it works. It's loud, artificial, but somehow satisfying, like a sci-fi V8 with attitude. Old-school purists might scoff, but you can't deny the performance. Transmission options are automatic only now, Sadly, no manual law for this era, but you get paddle shifters and selectable drive modes that adjust throttle mapping, suspension stiffness, and even steering feel. RWD is standard on lower trims, but AWD is available across the lineup, especially with the eMuscle versions. Handling, huge upgrade. With a wider track, retuned adaptive suspension, and a stiffer chassis, the 2026 Challenger isn't just a drag strip toy anymore. It corners with confidence and actually feels planted in tight turns. Braking is solid too. Brembo's on mid and upper trims, with 6-piston calipers up front on the Scat Pack and eMuscle trims. It's no Porsche, but for a muscle car, this thing finally behaves like it took a few track days seriously. Let's talk pricing. The base 2026 Challenger starts at around $42,000 with the V6, but most of the action happens in the mid $50K to $70,000 range. The Hurricane home models climb towards $75,000, while the eMuscle variants, depending on configuration, go from $60,000 to over $85,000 for the top trim with max range and performance options. Is it pricey? Yes, but considering the performance, tech, and daily usability, it's surprisingly competitive in today's market, especially when you look at what rivals like Mustang and Camaro are doing a broken bar or not doing anymore. So, what's the final verdict? The 2026 Dodge Challenger isn't just a reboot, it's a redefinition. Dodge somehow managed to keep the spirit of raw American muscle alive while injecting it with future-proof performance and tech. Sure, there's no V8, and yeah, some purists might call that sacrilege, but spend 5 minutes behind the wheel of the Hurricane or eMuscle versions, and you'll get it. The soul is still there, the fight, the noise, the drama, it's all alive and well. If you're a diehard fan of the old-school muscle era, this new Challenger might surprise you. And if you're new to the muscle car world, this is hands down one of the most exciting, best-rounded performance cars you can buy right now, with the attitude to back it all up. That's all for today's brutally honest review. If you liked what you saw, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Is the 2026 Challenger the resurrection we needed, or is it time to let the muscle car rest? Either way, we'll keep calling it how we see it. This is Car Flash, and we don't test cars, we expose them. Catch you in the next one.